Matters insurance now. The country's life insurance paid out more than R500 billion last year. The Association for Savings and Investment says this was due to an increase of a 6.5% from the previous year. Now, and 56% more than the government's 2021 social development budget. Now, Hollard Insurance Group is one of the companies affected. It paid out the highest amount in death benefit claims in its 41-year history. And joining me now to discuss this and more is Willem Smith, the Executive Head for Distribution at Hollard Life Solutions. Many thanks for your time this evening, Willem. So Hollard paying out 3.6 billion claims, the highest in the history of the business. Please share some of the concerns around those claims and the rate that they had been paid out at.
Evening, Rafia. Yes, it's been a perfect storm. The period just before Christmas, as we can recall, when the second COVID wave hit, meant that quite a number of our staff were actually on leave, and all of a sudden death rates tragically went through the roof, and we had to recall a lot of people to come and deal with the influx of claims. So it has had a dramatic impact on us as a business and on the industry. And one can imagine the amount of trauma it just had amongst all our customers. We paid out a lot of claims, and we worked many overtime hours to ensure that we could catch up and deal with the tragic event that occurred.
Right, and I mean, it's been a year since the first COVID-19 case was traced in South Africa. Talk us through some of the consumer trends that have emerged in the insurance industry in those last 10 months, and really some of those big changes that will stick with us for the long period.
So I think firstly, we realized quite soon into the COVID pandemic that our customers have a need for us as insurers to be a lot more visible, to have sympathy and help with what was going on in the industry at the time and still is going on with COVID. So a number of insurers responded, and as Hollard, we gave a 30-day additional premium waiver in order to assist customers with just ensuring that if there's financial difficulty in the family, that they can at least have another 30 days in order to pay their premiums but still be covered. And many other insurers did similar things. So the second thing we realized was that the product offering were not quite suited for a COVID scenario. Many life insurance products, specifically funeral insurance, have long waiting periods, and many players in the industry, including Hollard, waived the waiting period specifically for COVID.
Very interesting there. But what are some of the other challenges that the COVID-19 pandemic has presented for those who are uninsured or underinsured?
So the underinsured or uninsured part of our market, which we as an industry believe is around 60% of the South African population, has caused a lot of additional financial strain on individuals that don't have insurance. You can imagine if it was the breadwinner and the breadwinner passes away and there's no money from an insurance perspective, then that leaves the family destitute. And also the trauma involved if it's a loved one that passes away and one has to borrow money at high interest rates to then bury your loved one. So our view is that insurance has become a lot more important, especially during these times. And, our hearts go out to the individuals that actually didn't have cover.
Right, and that's an important thing, right? Because insurance essentially is a grudge purchase. You won't get it unless you absolutely have to. So I'm just wondering if you've noticed a change in the attitude of consumers towards insurance, whether it be good or bad.
So we definitely noticed a change. We've seen that insurance have become an essential thing to have and not just a nice to have. So part of your monthly budget planning, there's definitely been a trend where people were a lot more and are still a lot more capable and willing to pay their insurance premiums before they look at other things. And then we've also noticed a trend in the industry where a lot of our customers are wanting to find out more about what they are covered for and what they are not covered for. And there's been a big influx of knowledge and learning about what insurance provides and what it does not.
Right, many thanks to you there. That's Willem Smith, who's from Hollard Life Solutions, giving us insights on the insurance sector, specifically the life insurance industry.